Hey guys, DrKobra here, casting Game 4 from my group play in the Karma Majors 1v1 tournament. That's kind of a mouthful to say, but you get the drift. Oops, I should have closed that earlier. Hopefully you didn't see it. Anyways, this game is against Napster. It's another PvP, and as I already mentioned, I Korean 4-gate in every PvP game in my groups. And the first two, when I did this build, I pretty much it was a build order win in both of those games. But there's something a little bit different about this game, which is why I'm going to actually cast this one, while I didn't cast number 2. So same build order from me, 10-10 and scouting. And I come down here and I see this is not where he is. So I know he must be up here, so I'm going to try to sneak in here. If I can sneak in without him seeing, that's exactly what I want. Boom, and I'm in. He didn't see me. I don't think he's going to scout me right here. And this is where I want to stay. So I can plant my proxy pylons later. Cybernetics core. Speed it up even faster. I got 60 gas this time. That's better. By 20 gas, but it still doesn't make that much of a difference. Getting out my 3 gates. I don't know, boosting out that warp tech. So I've got down my first pylon, putting down more pylons, and he actually is able to trap me. That's really annoying because I wanted to put down another one over here, but I did manage to get these 2 down. And remember what I did that last game? I put this one down. This one is kind of, I want it to stay hidden in case somehow he manages to kill off these. I can still warp in over here, and I'm not totally boned yet. But I prefer to warp in at these ones just because it's closer to his mineral line. So I'm waiting. Should be warping in here sometime soon. Trying them into warp gates. There they are now, warp gates. I have a tiny bit of trouble, but here they come. Warping in 4 zealots. Going straight for his mineral line. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Turns out he is going for the exact same build. So I catch this on my mini-map here in just a second. And I'm able to pull all my probes without losing. I did lose some. Stupid pathing. So I tell him to come up and meet my zealots, and half of them decide to go this way, and they get caught and killed. So I chase out all of his probes, and so now we're in an interesting situation where our entire armies are at each other's bases. I'll turn it back to everyone. I go straight for this pylon, because I knew I was able to warp in a couple more guys, and I thought just maybe if I take out this pylon and he can't warp in anybody else, that'll give me an advantage. And if we take a look at the... Actually, let's not take a look at that. Pretend like you didn't see that. Anyways, so I'm killing off all his stuff, and I'm just going to bring all my probes over here. And I have... This is a really weird situation, because my army's over here. My probes are about to be over here. And I've got 2 pylons over here. He's going to be over here killing off all of my junk. And he's got 2 pylons over here. Or 3, so... Very interesting. So I get my probes to attack first, so I'm going to end up killing off all of his buildings first. And that's going to be important, actually. So while I'm up here, I can see where his army is, because I still have vision of my buildings. And while I was doing this, I kept checking down here and counting. And I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I counted 6 zealots, and I knew I had 8. So I felt like if I could get in a good position to fight him, then I should be able to win, and then I could take out his pylons. Okay, now I've taken out everything in his base. The thing is, if somehow I miss him, if I don't fight his army on the way over here, I only have 2 pylons and he has 3, so... And he could be anywhere on the map. Whoever gets to the other person's base first is probably going to win. So I just killed off his last building. I look into my base. I see he's still got one basically full health gateway, a little bit on this, and then an assimilator to go. So my thought process right here was, if I can run over here and catch him before he comes out of this ramp, then I'll be able to corner him and probably come kill him. I knew I had more zealots than him. I didn't know on the probes. I wasn't able to count all those. So my strategy was to sprint this way, or sprint as fast as zealots can, and at least get close enough that I can see if he's moved out of my base by the time he kills off my buildings. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. He's going, he's killing my stuff. I can still see his army with my vision. So there he killed off my last building. I'm here. Unless he kills the rock somewhere, this is the only path through the map. So what I'm trying to do right now is just get over here so I can see if he tries to leave. Turns out he doesn't try to leave quite yet. So I felt like I was over here in time to see if he was going to try some sneaky thing up here and kill the rocks. And I didn't see him do that, so I assumed his army must still be up here. And I knew I had more zealots than him, and I didn't know on the probes, but I felt like my best chance was to just engage with my superior zealot number and fight. So I've got to be really careful. Whoever gets the better concave could be really important in this battle. And he's at a good position at the top of the ramp. It would be better if he was a little bit closer. As soon as I come up, he can surround me and get a good concave, so let's see what happens. He moves in with the zealots only first, while his probes are back here, while I move in with everything, and I'm able to get a really good surround on his zealots. So his probes come in from behind, but really the turning point was my concave on his zealots, which are the main damage dealers. Able to take them out quickly. And also, I actually managed to do it without losing any zealots. Kind of luck, but... Anyways, then I'm able to take out his pylons, but he leaves before I do that. So, I don't know, not too much to be learned, but kind of interesting. The main thing was map awareness of where his army was, and I felt like if I could get here, then he wouldn't be able to sneak past me, and I could engage, because I counted his zealots and I had more. So, that's that game, and now on to game 5.